Hello, my name is Colby Patton, and I'm a student at Brigham Young University studying public health, with an emphasis on health science. Today, I would like to discuss a very important topic in the world of environmental health, the Great Pacific Trash Cluster. Before diving into the details of the current situation, I would like to provide some background information. The Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean in the world. It lies between the western side of the Americas and eastern Africa and Asia, and is speckled with many small and gorgeous islands throughout. The Pacific Ocean is a fascinating place. It is home to the deepest point in the world, houses twice as many species as the Atlantic Ocean, and over 70% of the world's fish catch comes from it. One of the most unique aspects of the vastness of the Pacific Ocean is the presence of multiple massive gyres, or whirlpools, where different currents collide, and it is in these zones that debris and trash collect. Currently, a massive collection of plastic and floating trash continues to expand in the region between Hawaii and California. Converging low winds and ocean currents funnel marine debris into a central location known as the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. The trash comes from countries around the Pacific Rim, such as nations in Asia, as well as North and South America and Africa, all equally contributing to the problem. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch is the largest of 5 offshore plastic accumulation zones in the world's oceans, according to the Ocean Cleanup Foundation. A recent study published in the journal Scientific Reports on Thursday, March 22, 2018, found that the Great Pacific Garbage Patch has grown to more than 600,000 square miles, which is twice the size of Texas, or 3 times the size of France. Accumulated in this area are 1.8 trillion pieces of plastic, weighing 80,000 metric tons, the equivalent of 500 jumbo jets. It is important to note that the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, or NOAA, of the United States federal government has recently clarified that there is not an island of trash floating in the middle of the ocean. Rather, due to the vastness of the gyres and the ocean in general, there are trillions of pieces of trash ranging from tires and surfboards to candy wrappers, spread out in different depths over an incredibly broad surface area in the ocean. But how did the patch get here in the first place, and why is it getting larger? In short, human thoughtlessness and fluid mechanics. Over the years, the megagyres have become more and more full of trash. A plastic wrapper tossed on a San Diego street on a rainy day will wind its way to the sea via storm drain, and then journey to the nearest gyre where it will join trillions of other artifacts of human civilization. This plastic pollution isn't just unsightly. It poses threats to marine life, and it has health and economic implications for humans as well. According to the Ocean Cleanup, oceanic plastics enter the human food chain through a process called bioaccumulation, in which the chemicals in plastic can enter the bodies of fish, and then later, the bodies of the predators who consume those fish. There's a significant economic impact too. The United Nations has reported the ocean's plastic pollution costs $13 billion every year through beach cleanups and financial loss incurred by fisheries. In short, the problem is only getting worse, and it is affecting us and our aquatic counterparts in more ways each year. My fellow students and I at Brigham Young University in Provo, Utah, have been studying the trash cluster for over 2 years and are looking to receive a federal grant in addition to private funding from Patagonia Outdoors to travel to much of the coastline of the western United States and Hawaii in late 2018 to observe and research waste removal practices. There are many wonderful companies currently working to collect the trash from the ocean, but for these efforts to make any lasting difference, we must work to implement sustainable solutions. One of the first ideas that we are looking to implement along the western coast of the United States is to install large-scale filters in drainage systems, precipitation runoff canals, and river systems that lead into the ocean to prevent trash from entering the ocean by these means. Next, we plan to lobby and work with the United States Environmental Protection Agency to find companies who dump trash and chemicals into our rivers and oceans. Finally, we want to work with local municipalities to ensure that trash receptacles are available at each beach and to better patrol beaches around the country to ensure that citizens of the United States are not worsening the problem. As the country with the most resources dedicated to environmental protection in the world, we must work to first implement policies here before we can reach our ultimate goal, which is to work with the environmental sector of the United Nations and the rest of the countries along the Pacific Rim to change waste accumulation practices. Additional resources must be allocated to this project because, as mentioned earlier, the health of all humans around the world will soon be affected because of the disruption to the ecosystem. If you would be willing to donate to our research program, please contact Marcia Richards in the Life Science Department of Brigham Young University. Thank you so much for your time and concern for our efforts and for cleaning up the ocean.